5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Team Secret's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Team Secret's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick. Team Secret's turn to pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick.
Chen.
What do you draft against a team that can play basically everything under the sun? That is the answer that we're going to see mudgolems. The question that we're going to see mudgolems answer from as we are in the draft for game 1. And we talked about it just a second ago, Sin. You said mudgolems, there's a reason they are top 6 in this tournament. They have been playing really well. So I'm curious to hear from you, like, what has been Kyle, what's up? Kyle.
Well, I Spectre. I wanted to make sure I could say it. They pick Lifestealer instead.
Great.
The big concern I have with this team is if you look at their history, they're always first 2ing Skeeter's hero, and it's Void, Lifestealer, or Spectre 9 times out of 10.
Right.
You know Secret comes into this prepared for this open.
Yes.
They pick the Wisp against Liquid. This is in Skeeter's hero puddle. You're drafting with Puppy having full knowledge of what you're going to do. I always feel like this is a tough spot to put yourself in.
That's what I was going to say going into this series as well, is that mudgolems, they've been looking good, but there's like a clear structure to every draft, right? That's not necessarily a bad thing, but if you're going up against a team like Secret that has time to prepare, that has the coaching behind it, and knows what's coming, they can approach, they can basically give you heroes, and you're going to take them. Yeah. So there should be 0 surprises so far for Secret. They must have expected this exact opening. We're giving away Io, we're trading it for Chen, and then whichever Skitter hero they pick, we can counterpick it with our carrier already, and then go into second phase.
They've played Drow is what I feel is like they're just, for lack of a better phrase, like they're get it over with hero. Like, you're just not good, so we're gonna pick Drow and beat you. They 2-0'd, well, They beat some formidable teams, but they made it look simple when they had the Drow. It's also one of the best heroes against Lifestealer. You get on tempo faster, you threaten towers a lot earlier, and in addition with this Chen, if we assume it might even be off lane, you're going to be able to apply like just too much map pressure. And what does a Lifestealer do? You have no wave clear. You can't flash farm. You're just going to exist. God forbid they pick something like a Wyvern to remove your rage from the equation. You're just a worthless hero. Isn't
this a good thing for mudgolems though? Because if you're going to have a shot at beating Secret, this is, again, I mean, This is also
5
something that
seconds
Mud Golems can
remaining.
prepare for. They know that Drow is, the let's get it over with hero for Team Secret. It is not that difficult of a hero to read, right? It's a fairly straightforward hero in terms of how it gets played. So you want to, like...
This Lifestealer is... They threw rock, and yes, Secret went paper, and they saw that coming. But paper still beats rock, Jeeves.
Okay.
The thing about it is a lot of these mud golem games where they look really good is because Boranya in the mid lane is popping off on some sort of active playmaker like Storm, like Lina, that are really good at skirmishes or getting pickoffs.
Yep.
So what kind of style of play is very good against that playstyle? It's teamfight grouping up, where you don't get these picks with your Spectre or with your Storm. And in this case, your carry is a Lifestealer and the support is an IO. These two heroes are not, they're not very adept at taking teamfights in that style. Like they can sustain and try to stay alive, but they can't kill Chen creeps, they can't AoE anything, they can't take heroes down through this Chen heal and support.
It accelerates the critical time frames for like the key decisions that'll determine a winner or loss. Secret will put the pressure on the Mud Golems. It's going to be 12 minutes in, they'll have to decide, do we want to take this fight around tier 2? Can we fight them at Roshan? Should we do Rosh ourselves? You're not allowed to just kind of sit back and farm, which is what I saw them do against Liquid. They have Alina mid, they have Spectre Doom as their side laners, and they're never under any threat. It's just pretty much fight when our ults are up, and if not, we just farm, let a support die, who cares?
But they also know that Liquid plays that style, and that I'm playing devil's advocate here, okay? Because you guys are all on the Secret hype train, and I get that.
I thought Mud Golems would win.
I know, but we're 2 picks in, and you already jumped ship, basically.
Oh, of course.
But what I wanted to say is that, Mud Golems, they know their opponents as well. They know how they play. They 2-0'd Team Nigma in the group stages, and they know what the playstyle is of the team that they're facing.
It's getting so outdrafted, Chiefs. Like Tusk
Chen picks in.
It does. It's already. It's danger. Okay. Drow's a great matchup against Lifestealer. Tusk Chen is incredible synergy, and what hero throughout history, Cinderin, and you would know this, and he doesn't know very much, has Kuro, Puppey, and Notel all favored as their supportive choice as the 5-position player against a Wisp?
Chen?
That's right.
Wow.
Hey,
I knew it.
You knew it. Congratulations.
Yes. I'm not going to give you a fist pump for that, Kyle. You don't deserve that.
And also, you don't know if he sanitized his hands, so,
He's kind of a filth in and out of the game.
Little bit. It's
So-
why you're standing closer to me than to Kyle here on the desk.
So let's get back on track a little bit here. So the thing that Puppey does very well on Chen, I think does better than most Chens, is that he understands when it's time to just play greedy. When you build a strategy with Chen Drow, I think the natural big timing is 10 minutes with the siege creeps. If you have a mech on Chen in this push, your lineup is phenomenal. You come in with a mech level 6 Chen or level 7, whatever he gets, with creeps, siege creep, and then you have Tusk as kind of a pseudo frontliner to block off, and then you play around all these creeps plus Drow hitting towers. I kind of like this idea from Mud Golems in taking Undying, because you need some sort of way to take these fights that you know are coming. So now you take a support that has a big team fight ability in Undying. However, you have literally 0 catch right now. And you have no way of setting fights up, so you need to itemize or rather draft that in your last 2.
And you also have 0 wave clear.
Their wave clear is bad.
I love the Enigma pick. This is a super underrated hero throughout the tournament. It's got near 70% win rate. It's great synergy with the Drow, and it just adds tempo. We just discussed the lack of wave clear and catch for Mud Golems. Well, now Secret just have more. They have more pressure, more team fight, more creeps, assuming we go for that HOD build. And I really like it with a Tusk if you play up top with it, because Tusk can prevent the dive, which is really the only thing you fear here as an Enigma. If they start with a tri-lane top, you push, get the double wave under tower, and just go with a Wisp Undying support, nothing you can do. But a Tusk with the Timely Ice Shards, you just keep them away, you get full XP, and now you're going to start winning that lane as Enigma hits 3.
You really have... As much as I hate agreeing with Kyle, I feel like Mud Golems are behind in the draft in that, usually when you're the team that has this pick to end the second phase, you want to have that counter pick that puts you ahead. You want to have that advantage of we're picking last, so now you need to catch up. Yeah. I don't really see a hero that Mud Golems picks here where Secret has to put out fires on their last pick. It's like Mud Golems are putting out fires right now. They're like, okay, we have to pick Undying because we need some sort of team fight that can also lane. Now they have to pick some sort of wave clear and additional team fight. So they got the Mars. I think it's pretty good. It's good against Drow, the arena. Drow can't hit into that, so that's nice. But at the same time, you're now Do you have the
damage? Yeah, you can
have the
keep
damage.
Secret still, and they're just gonna stand there.
There's still one pick.
Team
Is there
Secrets
anything
turn to ban.
that can fix their damage issue?
Is
For Boronia, he's really
like
good.
the thing
insane
is,
damage.
they have so many holes in the draft. They would love some catch. They'd love some damage. It would hopefully scale. They'd love something that could hit towers, and preferably a good partner for the Wisp.
10 seconds remaining.
Other than, and I don't think it's a great pick in this spot,
5 seconds
but
remaining.
you kind of need something wild like
Radiant
a Broodmother
team
or
back.
Meepo.
Oh, they banned the Zeus. They saw it. Nice.
You need some ace in the hole, like you're cheating. You know, you're playing 5-card draw, and there's just an ace in your sleeve. Except that ace is actually a wild card with a Meepo. I don't know. I lost it.
10 seconds remaining.
Okay, so now Zeus is out. What's left? Like, I think what Secret is looking at is just like, what
5
can you
seconds
possibly
remaining.
get that can kill us, right? That's what they're thinking. And Zeus has this absurd amount of AoE damage and spam that could maybe defend towers or take fights. With that out of the picture, like, it's just the number one hero that comes to mind for we need big damage.
Yep.
What else do you have now?
It would also exploit, I think the one weakness Secret's draft has is they have pretty limited gap close. So
10 seconds
they're
remaining.
quite weak if something's able to poke them from afar and like kind of
5
butter up
seconds
these heroes, and then Mudgolems could full commit with a spear, an arena, a relo in. If you can't poke this
Radiant
lineup,
team
they're just going to start smacking your towers.
Tango is a hero Baranya plays as a mid, so they get rid of that. It's a potential big AoE damage once again. Both the Rolling Thunder as well as Swashbuckle with, say, a Maelstrom in this game could maybe be the damage that they need. I don't know what he has left. So they've banned, how many Baranya heroes have they banned? They've banned Storm, Timber, Zeus,
5
Pango.
seconds
They've left
remaining.
Lina in, who I flat out think is not good in this game.
They don't have any time left. They've got like 19 seconds in bonus time. That's it.
Ember, he plays a lot. Wind
Ember,
Ranger,
yeah.
but I think Invoker is the only one that at least gives you a prayer for the.
Yeah, I don't think Ember works here either. It's not enough damage.
Whatever happened to a good old Dragon Knight? I felt like that always was the last resort hero.
Chaos Knight. I guess they're putting Mars mid or CK mid. Not really sold on this. I also don't think this matchup is
four melee and 0 BKB piercing disables
10
against an Enigma.
Yeah, I don't like the look of that. I don't think this is a very good Chaos Knight game. Like, it
5
feels like,
seconds
okay, this
remaining.
hero is somebody that we play that can get in on top of Drow and take the fight, but there's just so much you have to play around. You have to play around Black Hole, you have to play around the Chen heals. Just look at what one Force Staff does against the Radiant lineup right now. It's really... I'm seeing a lot of trouble here. So I think what Mudgolems need to do going into this game is their lanes need to explode. Like, they actually just flat out need to win lanes, in my opinion. I think if you draw, there's this mid-game timing where Secret show up with a mech and a pipe or whatever, and they just
and
take
to
all your
clarify,
towers.
those lane domination, that also has to lead to some sort of structure control. Like, it means you're dumpstering a lane so hard with likely 3 heroes, both supports plus either the lifesteal or the CK, that Secret can't come to this tower and it dies on first catapult. Like, that's how hard they're going to need to dominate a lane, because otherwise you're just going to get naturally out-resourced. Tusk is free to roam around the map. He's going to have Chen off map. He's going to provide basically 1.5 heroes of impact in a lane, and then at any point the Enigma can also rotate to jungle and give somebody XP in the off lane.
What do you think about last pick Pugna here, by the way? Like, just flat out commit to the style. Secret has played this kind of lineups a lot in the past, where they're like, they see weakness in the enemy team's ability to team fight and wave clear, and they just double down. You could go Pugna, it could be overkill. Dragon Knight, Dragon Knight's good.
I think Puck or DK makes a little more sense. I think you just don't have to get too fancy. You already have the Drow as well for the damage, the attack speed boost, and I think something like a Puck just makes sense because then there's no threat on mid. I do like DK.
Like, good against CK, good against Lifestealer.
It's just not a niche hero. I think he's going to want maybe something else.
Oh, that's also really good.
Yeah,
It's similar logic. It's a tanky mid laner that can frontline and that has good matchups in the game and plays the
they've no purge
mid game team fight.
Like, it's just more effective HP. If you pop the Ghost Shroud, then get mech, then get Hand of Godded. Like, Secret's HP pool right now effectively is just like twice that of the Mudgolems lineup, and they need to kill somebody in the duration of like a tombstone. They have a timer on their team fights. If that initial jump target doesn't die, there's no more damage.
So you guys are saying that the only way that Mudgolems win this is if they go for that tri-lane to force Team Secret to also have their tri-lane there and then beat that tri-lane.
They have Undying. It's doable.
Okay.
They need to play aggressive though. That's the name of the game here. Like
Oh,
you
I
have
like
to
it.
you have to play aggressive in the lanes. You
10
can't just settle
seconds
for
remaining.
it's okay if both teams farm. I don't feel that kind of game.
Explosive lanes. That was what we like to see here in this first game of the series. So let's see if we are going to receive it. It is time to go to the first game of Team Secret versus mudgolems.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Game 1 of Mudgolems versus Team Secret, all drafted up and ready to begin. Fogged, what do we reckon? As we heard from the panel, some reservations about the draft of Mudgolems. Do you have to sort of agree with them on this?
Yeah, I think they're going to have to start some real chaos on their team in order to have any shot in this game. I think these last 2 picks from Team Secret just... You know, I'm seeing some 5 strength heroes coming out from Mudgolems, 4 melee, which will, you know, is a little bit of that range, but Heartstopper, Midnight Pulse. Even if the game does progress to later stages, it sounds pretty disastrous for Mudgolems. This looks like a very strong draft from Secret.
Yeah, and what do you sort of think about this approach from Mudgolems with regards to their cores, coming in with both a Lifestealer, a Chaos Knight, and a Mars? It feels like we've even got a lineup with 2 carries or a lineup with like 2 offlaners. How's this going to sort of lane up? Who's going mid?
Oh, I think they were trying to bandage, like the panel was talking about, bandage bad situations, because they drafted their first 3 heroes, and you look at them, IO, Undying, Lifestealer, you have no catch, you have no stun, you have nothing, no disable, really. You have open wounds as your catch, which is pretty lackluster for the most part. So they pick a CK and a Mars, these 2 heroes that have stun, have catch, and team fight. So at least they cover that basis, but I feel like they've gotten really counterpicked here. Secret's draft looks pretty much perfect, and it's an Enigma with no BKB cancel for the Black Hole for later stages too. Yeah, I really think Mudgolems, I agree with the panel. I think they have to smash a lane or come out pretty ahead in at least 1 or 2 lanes, because I don't see who can play versus Nisha in the game either. This looks like all the core hero matchups are terrible on the side of Mudgolems versus Necrophos.
Well, doesn't sound too hot for Mudgolems coming into this bit of a challenge against Secret then in this game 1.
Yeah, the one good thing is that I'm going to say is Skeeter has been so impressive on his Lifestealer. He's actually been the best Lifestealer for me with his offensive usages and also the way he's played around his Infest a lot of the time.
The lane C is starting wet, and as it seems to be, 33 is going to be heading down to the bottom on the CK, and Skeeter starting up top on the Lifestealer.
Beast bomb. Beast bomb.
Top is that because what is that? Because also we will see Fada, of course, going down bottom to join with Skeeter here. So Mudgolems being very forceful in getting these lanes that in their heads are what's beneficial for them right now.
Okay, well, Undying wants a lane versus Tusk, that is for sure. He wants a lane versus the strength hero, and he wants a lane with his carry. And then they want to have their strong lane, the pressure lane, try to actually slow down Drow, which this lane can actually get some kills onto the Drow if Puppy's not in the area, but we have to know, we know how Puppy plays. He's going to stay pretty close in there. Mid is the big concern for me. I think Nisha is really going to take over this game because of all the hero matchups, but also this mid matchup, it just doesn't sound fun for Boronier here.
No, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see because Boronier he's been amazing, right? In the games that we've seen Mudgolems play, Boronier's mid performance has been insane. It's just that this time around it is on something a bit different, just the Mars mid. Not something that we haven't necessarily seen before, but definitely not something that teams are trying to consistently bring back.
Yeah, it's. I think, like I said, I think they were trying to bandage a lot of wounds in their drafts. It feels pretty weird.
We'll see how much he can get done in that mid matchup against Nisha.
Still all right here off the start. does feel like it's gonna, as the levels start to kick in for the Necrophos, that you just naturally have that regeneration kicking in. He's even putting the second point in Heartstopper because he's versus a strength hero, so he's gonna constantly tick him out. And Borning is gonna have to just bring regen all the time. Other thing about the Necrophos in this game, why I was saying he's so good versus all the core matchups, there's very little magic damage. As we see YapzOr get a very little magic damage on the side of Mudgolems to pop him. But if he gets Ghost Shroud off, Soul Rip is their best. Sure, Soul Rip's a pretty decent one, but they don't have any burst magic. Like it's just not really there. As bottom, Fada.
They're going in on him with the Eidolons. Fada trying to turn with the Decay. He's got the Soul Rip, and they do turn towards YapzOr. Skeeter and Fada trying to trade into him, but the Snowball's there. Buys a bit more time for YapzOr to live. The stick charges are popped. He's got the movement speed there with his brown boots first. YapzOr can step away from the two of them. Mudgolems are able to keep Fada alive there, seeing him be a bit of a tough one for YapzOr to go on with the combination of the Decay and the Soul Rip keeping him safe.
And Skeeter gets himself 2 of the Eidolons as well killed, so that split won't happen. That'll keep denying his lane even more so. Pretty decent. Yeah, Borning is doing a very good job in mid lane. Got his bottle at a decent time. He's got his stick as well. Caught up in regen. Needs somebody to check the rune for him though, because he's going to be low on regen once that does get ticked down here. Actually, this is the last hit on range creep with Spear. Ooh.
And what's his sort of job going to be this game as the Mars? Is it going to be to try and get a blink nice and early and instantly look to combo with the rest of your team in the side lanes to get kills?
I think his job is actually to park and protect the towers for his team. Because you look at Secret's draft and they're eventually going to set up and just really beat on those. I think Borning has to be set up with the Tombstone with Undying.
Bottom lane.
I actually find YapzOr.
But I do get him here. Fana making some nice moves and able to burst him down.
That's a big kill too, because 4-minute mark's coming, so they can go double check the runes now, and Nisha won't be able to contest it probably. So let's see what YapzOr's move is to match.
Can he get her in time to contest the 4-minute runes? He's walking in. He's going to
snowballing in.
Straight to go in on Baronia. Baronia's got backup. Rune will spawn as he's able to bottle it straight away with the illusion, spearing in onto the tree. YapzOr does manage to step away before Fada's able to finish him off with a Soul Rip. Now Nisha turning with the Death Pulse, pushing the two of them back. YapzOr will be saved, but Baronier is going to be able to keep himself in a good position in mid. Pops the salve, he's back up to full, and of course getting that bottle refill is going to help him massively in this matchup where he does continue to stay pretty even with Nisha.
Hey, dude, nice spear backwards too in mid lane. Doesn't get him under the tower there, but decent attempt. He's doing much better in mid lane. He even holds the illusion rune. I think they could have gotten a kill if he popped the illusions and they used Soul Rip, but they decided not to onto that Tusk. They decided to hold it for Borning here.
Let's see who's sort of on the side lanes falling out the most. I mean, bottom lane, Skeeter. Continue to farm fine. He's going to go in with the spears. He's got enough damage.
They do.
He's able to do so. Fada coming in with that snipe. That Soul Rip burst from the wave doing the job. And top lane, 33 in Milan. They close the gap onto Puppey with the old CK combo with the Rift and the Bolt. And 3 kills already in these lanes, Mudgolems. Doing it as well as you said they needed to, right? They've got to be getting this sort of stuff early out of these lanes because otherwise they are going to fall behind and have issues with their draft elsewhere.
I was about to comment on the top lane how I want to see them really try to force the issue here. They have to try to force for a kill onto either of them because the Drow is farming fine up here versus a very strong pressure lane. The CK and the IO, it's a constant spam lane. But they've been able to keep it pretty decent for themselves, only losing the 1 hero.
On bottom, the body blocks it. Fada. He's not letting Zai get away from this. He's doing his best to keep Zai in range of Skeeter, but Zai's still able to make it round. YapzOr comes in with the TP. Snowball gives the space for Zai to step back. I'll try and move in onto Fada. Eidolon's out, but he's tanky enough, and they're diving in. Milan teaming up with Baronia. They're looking for Nisha. Spears up in a second. He doesn't even need it. Just a knockback with the God's Rebuke and a right click from Milan. Takes Nisha out for the second time in this lane. And now he's going to be back in 15 seconds, but his TP is going to still be on cooldown. So now we're going to see him really fall behind Baronia in this laning stage.
Such good moves from mudgolems, and with that 6-minute rune spawn, Sporting gets it himself, immediately moves toward bottom to look to pressure because they have this catapult wave. Might be able to find Zai if he steps up at all here.
He's got to be careful about revealing himself. He's thinking about making Eidolons. That will give the info for Boromir to move in, but there's backup coming in. In fact, Matsu, he's going to turn that TP right around. As soon as he realizes the Boromir is here, there's nothing he can do to help Zai. As mudgolems a 5th kill, and now able to put some pressure onto the tier 1 tower bot. They're making use of all the resources mid as well. Milan soaking up a bit of XP. 33 needs a bit of help top. He gets pushed away by Matu and Puppey, but he's tanky enough. They can't kill him. He's got the bracer.
He did give his life though to take the catapult, right? He did use the Eidolon, so we do see that this tower ends up pretty much not taking that much damage because of it. So sure, he loses his life, but at least there's that little trade-off of it for it. But they're going to continue to try to pressure here. Zai returns bottom. But they can't actually punish him.
Yeah, he's going to be fine now with Boromir returning back to mid, but I mean, with these moves that have been made as well, Boromir still having the Arena of Blood good to go. So if he ever gets a +1 around the mid lane, could have the chance of threatening Nisha for a 3rd time in these first 8 minutes.
I think they're going to look to go pretty soon. They have TP that can come from Fada as well. Milan is chilling near the area on the side. They see Nisha move too far in position.
Fada, they're in onto Zai. Zai is falling low. Is he able to get away from this? He's not. And Zai, he just respawned and TP back to lane, so he's not going to have a TP when he's back up in 20 seconds. This is already 2 times in the laning stage on 2 lanes where mudgolems have double killed someone in their lane. This is going to massively hurt Secret's early game.
This is a level 5 Undying. I mean, Fada's owning with, I mean, a hero that usually you don't see rotations, but his rotations even are still really dominating right now. This is really good stuff for mudgolems and exactly what they need to do in this game in the early start here. As we see, it's only that 1k lead even though they have all this 6 kills. So they do have to keep it up as mid.
They're going to try to finish it. They've got the setup. Look at the TPs coming in. A snowball save will come in for now, but he's very, very low. Fada's going to turn up with the tombstone down. If they've got the burst to kill Nisha, they don't. He's up to the high ground. Nisha will live. 33 charging across, trying to help out. Fada goes down. Boromir spearing Matu to the tree. They've got the ult. 33 is going to have the damage to bring Matu into the illusions. Bursting him back with the God's Rebuke. They take out Matumba Man. As mudgolems yet another kill. Boromir is even maybe searching for more. Secret, they've got to step back. As Boromir has this DD. He's getting healed up by Milan.
I love how they react to the move though. They're like, all right, Secret wants to bring 3-4 heroes. Fine, we will too. Bring 33 into the mid lane. Bring absolutely everybody except for Skeeter.
This is some top stuff. There's no question about it. You know, the level that mudgolems is bringing this game to already, it's matching Secret. No doubt about it. I mean, I feel there's very few teams that will make that sort of move against Secret, and you'll see Secret react with as much panic as they do there. The mass TPs to mid. You can really feel it. The mudgolems they're keeping Secret on their toes.
They're making all the right moves in this early game here to set themselves up for these nice lanes. Look at Secret. They're actually backing up and farming jungle. They've left the top lane now because it's not safe for Matumba. They have to kind of play near the mid area. Some real good stuff from mudgolems with all these moves. And this Mars, he's done an excellent job in this mid lane. And now he's got his phase boots finished. Barney has really been on point in every single one of his games. Even though most of them it seems like it's the Storm snowballing out of control. This time playing an unorthodox mid like the Mars. Slightly unorthodox.
We'll see the move from Nisha. He's going to head down towards the bottom lane. Looks like Secret want to try and put some pressure onto Skeeter. TPs are available on mudgolems though, so reactions can come in if this pressure does come through. And Boromir has also got the arena up, and not only that, he's got an arcane rune good to go. So if he comes down with this arcane, he's going to be able to get multiple combos off if they do choose to try and hold this tier 1 tower.
The timing also, Io has a mech. Milan has a full mech for the next fight. So we were talking about how mudgolems definitely going to be, we were thinking they were going to be lacking some damage in the mid game and everything. Maybe Secret will be the ones lacking versus such an early timing on it. Because Puppey, he wasn't able to go for his usual just straight mech rush. He went for the medallion this game.
Yeah, they have got the mech nearly done on the mid. Nisha's going to
Nisha, right? Yeah.
Yeah, so he is going to have the mech in a few hundred gold, but you're right, still this window where they don't. And yeah, Milan having it as faster than the enemy mid is pretty wild.
Really is. That's what I mean. It's quite insane. It's definitely still going to be a little bit of that same story in mid game where we do see Secret's draft. It's very strong when they're all together and they do have all those different healing elements. When Nisha has mech, they have their hand of God and everything. It will feel like mudgolems might lack some damage.
See this move here from mudgolems trying to find something potentially with this smoke.
They want to try to slow down the Ancient farming at all, get a ward to block it, anything, because they're watching Matumba Man farm it, but
he's here,
testing it is hard.
I mean, if Barney can get in with the arena, he's stepping forward. There's going to be a reload coming in from the back of it all. Matsu, he's trying to run. 33 pops the ult. Are they able to pull Matsu in? They are. Straight away with the rip into the bolt. The spear damage as well takes Matsu down.
And it stops YapzOr from getting his snowball off. They may have been able to save him just for a second or two there, but the spear pushing them both away. Nice invasion play there.
Instantly
and look at Fada. Fada's clearing the Ancients on Undying. He's killing them with the Tombstone.
Oh my goodness.
I love that. That's a heads-up play right there from the 5 position.
I mean, and he's taking it all. He is taking it all way before Matsu's going to be back in the game and able to do anything about it.
Mudgolems continuing to impress, continuing to make the right moves. 8-1. Side bottom.
He's going to go for the small TP. Back towards the tier 2, keeps himself in lane, but keeps himself alive, so he'll be fine. Top, Milan's able to take the haste rune away from Secret being able to pick it up. 33 still hanging around the mid with him, whilst Fada and Skeeter just trying to keep pressure on the bottom. Skeeter sitting at the top net worth right now, and his armlet is it's pretty much done, so we're going to have the armlet out on him.
Yeah, taking all the boxes right now. Keeping Secret heavily on the back foot still for now.
Radiant's top
and I like this as well from 33. We are going to see just the axe rush this game on the CK.
Per usual, it feels like now.
I mean, he was sort of thinking he did have, I believe, the echo queued up earlier. But yeah, he's I guess sort of just realizing the state of it. If he's able to just get this axe on as soon as possible, the pressure and potentially he's able to have with the mass illusions from his whole team. You know, already Secret they're struggling to deal with sort of one set of Mudgolems. You add some more into the mix, and these fights are going to be pretty scary for Secret to turn up to.
Just maybe. I'm still feeling, you know, this 2K lead, it's still good. It's just I'm waiting for when that big thing kicks in, when Secret looks to group up around that Chen, around that Enigma, around that Necro, because he's got the mech. So you have to expect it's coming soon. Matumba also about to have his Dragonlance. Mudgolems getting themselves a top tower here, and you can see Secret, they're completely playing on the back foot, just waiting for these timings for themselves to try to take a fight. Look at this pressure top though.
I mean, they're getting away with a lot of it.
Yep.
Also to take away some of the jungle. Secret, their focus right now is down on his bottom lanes. Just get something done, as you say, with the black hole.
It's time to group up.
Skeeter popping the rage, committing onto YapzOr, buys himself safety with the snowball over towards the neutral creeps. Skeeter won't chase any further.
That was a tombstone used. 80-second cooldown. This might be a pretty hard tower for Mudgolems to defend. They're going to be able to push mid and top in response, but fighting around here without Tombstone seems like impossible.
Yeah, they're leaving immediately. Yeah, you see that from Mudgolems. Just straight away making the decision to not lose anybody down there. Skeeter and Fada TP over to the mid. They know that Secret's all down. Here's the full 5. They'll let Secret have what they're looking for. As the tier 1 bottom will fall. Mudgolems just doing their best to make sure that they're getting stuff done elsewhere. And they do. Mid tier 1 tower is going to be taken. And as you can see on the top, 33 able to just continue to free farm up here, and he's now just about 1,000 gold away from having the completed Aghanim's.
They're doing such a good job of dancing around. They understand what Secret's draft is about that big group up where Mudgolems might struggle versus it, so just split up when they do group up. So far, fantastic.
Poppy are going to look to try and run down Fada here in the river. Oh, he's going to have a few decays to play with, but it's a lot coming in as they have got the scythe coming down, and that's a big one. Finally able to take Skeeter out of the action for 50. There's going to be a Reload coming in. They want to keep fighting this, and with the setup onto Matsu into the arena, they might have the damage to do so. They've got the bomb in the river, the Hand of God is out. Matsu, he's going to live, and now they can turn. Zai stepping forward. They've got the snowball in. The black hole is going to be dropped down onto Boronier to secure the Mars kill. Off to the side, YapzOr's able to snipe down another as they pick up Fada on the way out. So Secret able to hold their ground, turn things as indeed, as you say, the heals and the stain. Matsu, they were going on him. They just couldn't finish him. He was able to just sit at pretty much half HP for the whole fight, despite everybody trying to take him down.
This is the concern. It's when they fight as a unit. Secret's draft, when it's all together, is pretty unstoppable. They have to try to split off and catch them when they don't have everything available. Hand of God is down, Reaper Sight is down, and Enigma ult is down. So let's see if they can get anything off of those being on cooldown.
Just trying to pull some of the creatures away from the tower, but the tower does fall. Secret able to take another tier 1 here.
they're going to have to split Secret up on the map and try to get some type of pickoffs, especially right now that those ults are on cooldown. It feels like they have to take advantage of them pretty decently, because that death ball is going to continue coming from Secret. Every few minutes, they're going to group up with all their ults, and they're going to look to just hammer down those towers. Mudgolems has to be prepared for it, and like you said, they're getting themselves pretty kitted in terms of items, at least for now. Blink and the Ags. Blink on Mars and Ags on CK going to be coming out at the same time. I don't think you can just sit back and wait, though, for everything on Secret to come back up. Gotta pick off these heroes that are split away too far from their team, as YapzOr is one of those.
Looks like he'll be left behind it by Puppey. No, he's
relocating for Puppey, too. Can they catch him?
Ooh, he's out with the TP. Realizes straight away what sort of move Mudgolems are going for, and Puppey's able to avoid it with the quick escape.
I see the line drawn bottom, though. YapzOr looks like he wants to continue pressuring bottom, and ults soon to be coming back up. 40 seconds for Puppey, 80 for the Black Hole. And as we said, Zai, Blink Dagger is going to be his first item. That next item, if he's able to get it, even more so where Mudgolems there's no way that they can win a fight. They're going to have to bait it and just do some relocates and stuff like that. They have ways to play around it, at least in that sense. But still, it feels like the same tail will be there, as if whenever Secret's grouped up, can't take the 5-on-5. And Puppey, in typical Puppey fashion, he's got a Solar Crest done. Just naked Solar Crest in a second when he finishes the Windlace to throw the buffs onto the Drow.
Nice little spear to the one tree standing, but they won't commit further. Puppey's around.
Too tough of a kill.
On top, 33. Did try and see if he could get a grab onto Zai, but Zai playing it safe. Into the trees he goes.
Just going to be a standard item build, it looks like, from Skeeter, not deviating from his usual armlet AC. I think maybe after that item choice, then he might start deviating. He wants the plus armor to deal with the Drow, but I feel like maybe he goes for something weird afterwards, something like that Nullifier, something bizarre, because it feels like he has to this game. Abyssal Blade 2, these two items are going to be pretty core for them if they do get to later stages.
Yeah, he's in. He found Matthew straight away. They're going to look to set up with the arena, but they have managed to get the size on the Baronius. No spears straight away. The snowball coming in from YapzOr. They'll turn over towards him. YapzOr, is he going to be able to go down? He is. They're able to take him out.
They're bringing back Matu to fight.
Yeah, indeed. Puppey brings him back in because they want to keep this going. They're also going to buy back on YapzOr. Secret really want to try and make a fight happen here.
Ag CK, definitely problematic.
Oh, that's a solid setup there. Straight away with the Black Hole, but he does get put to a stop. Spear from Boronia. Holds it to the side. 33, he's in. He's in with a stun, and Skeeter's down too. They're able to take out Zai. Reaper side comes crashing down onto Milan, so the Isle will fall. But Mudgolems, they'll get a couple of kills for it. 33 with a double, despite Secret being the ones there that really wanted to force that fight. As we had, it may not be over yet. Boronia, he's over to Nisha. Matu starting to punch back. He tries for the TP out, but he's facing not totally away from Matu. So Matu takes him out, as the rest will escape.
Matu's so fast on his gusts in these fights too. Even when they charge up, he got the gust off instantly. But a decent fight there for Mudgolems, fighting into the Black Hole and everything. Just really persisting forward, but we're still seeing the strength of when they're all grouped up. And that's pre-BKB on the Enigma. So that's one of the big things, is they can always cancel it for now if they do have either the Mars or the CK in position. But
Double damage.
There we have. I mean, look, have they got any smokes up? They do. They've got smoke on Fada. I mean, do you still want to see them be very quick with just consistently making moves, or are Mudgolems okay to sort of sit back and wait for any sort of these next major items coming out?
No, I want to see them just keep looking, keep gunning for it. Yep, every single Mars ult has to be used off cooldown, it feels like. Because the thing is with Phantasm too, it's such a low cooldown that they can look to fight at those frequencies where I feel like Secret might get caught off guard in it. So yeah, just keep running at them, keep looking to make these plays. Okay, maybe Roche could actually be an option here with all them down. This actually could work.
Now, do they get away with this, or do you think Secret will expect this at all?
The scan is already out, so if they're smoked up
there's
looking.
your answer. They're heading in.
Black Hole and Reaper on cooldown. Reaper's
They're doing it quick though. Roshan's falling. Secret's got to get in there soon if they want to try and do anything about this. They're going to try and step forward, but it's already been taken. Roshan falls. They get the Aegis on Skeeter, and now Skeeter, he's running straight in out the two of them. And he's got the rage wearing off, so has to be a little cautious. Baronier dropping down the arena. It's going to be manifested. The Infest out, but the Infest and the Tent are keeping him safe. And in fact, they're able to take both of them out with that. As Skeeter jumps into Baronier, Milan gets them both back to safety. Milan, he'll be going back on his own as they'll let him die to the side of Secret. Some very nice little moves there to get Roshan, get the Aegis, and only lose the eye off the back of it. You're able to save all the cores and keep that Aegis safe for the next fight that you wish to take.
Yeah, a very ideal move. That's like, you know, there's only a few things that they could have done there. It's either take a fight or go for that rush. They get away cleanly. Looked a little concerning for a second.
Radiant's top tower is
I'm still seeing the way that Nisha is able to just charge into the fight as a concern, though. He just ghost shrouds and runs into 5 heroes in the pit. Yeah,
I mean, he's, you know, after sort of a few deaths in lane, you know, Nisha, he's kind of just been doing Nisha things, and, you know, suddenly he's up there at the top, you know, and another fight that goes his way, he's going to be taking over the game, as he's getting very, very big. Greaves done. Well on the way to having a Shiva's Guard complete. So between the two of those matched up with this Chen, the team fight, the sustain is going to be insane for mudgolems to try and burst through to the point where, as you keep mentioning, the 5-on-5s, some of these cores are just not going to die. Mudgolems have got to try and find somewhere picking them apart, or at least taking down one of Secret at the beginning of every fight before the fight really gets a chance to kick off.
Yeah, it really does feel like it's still going to be hard. I think this actual Aegis move was the best move that they could do because it denies it also from Secret bottom. Nisha.
They absolutely can there with the damage coming out. Baronier just able to set things up with a blink. And Nisha, I guess he just didn't expect the Mars to be down here, or just overestimated how tanky he would be, but they just destroyed him throughout the duration of that stun. It's going to get easier to do so as well, because Baronier, he's now got the full Deso on top of the blink, and that combo with also a completed AC coming out on Skeeter. I mean, if they're able to do that then without any sort of minus armor, now with the minus armor, they get that combo on any of the members of Secret, they will be able to just rip them apart straight away.
And they have a real form of initiation with 33 now. He's got a blink dagger, so all right, things are definitely coming together here. They're still doing a great job of pressuring. 13-7, 2K gold lead. Aegis still for, what, 2 minutes? See if they can get anything out of this Aegis. Maybe just some farming time. I do want to see them try to at least catch heroes, especially when they have any type of vision, because Secret's playing very split up on the map.
He's looking. Yapsop. He's going to get the chance to buy some time with the snowball. And Matu's heading over. We'll push the Illusion Zan 33 back with the gust. So the Phantasm chasing onwards towards Yap. On the high ground, indeed, Zai's been found. Skeeter, he's been brought in by Milan. They take out Zai. The chase continuing here as 33 is able to get the rift in again onto Yapsor. They do have heals to keep Yapsor alive. So Yapsor will live for now. Jump for Baronier has the arena set up onto Puppey and Nisha. Silence will slow down the combo from the Spit for now, but he's still able to find the timing to do so as the silence comes to an end. Nisha gets the Ghost Shroud off Skeeter, jumps into the safety of Fada, and now he's ready to jump back out. Skeeter turning over towards Nisha. Nisha turning the heals up, but Milan comes over the heals. He's back up to full HP. They take down Nisha. They find a third. Mudgolems, again, some smooth moves from them coming out as they outplay Secret in the team fight, and they're now at 4K.
Perfect time to look for this fight here too. With this ward they have in the enemy jungle, they get to see the information, they get to see Zai on the high ground, they make an aggressive move onto Yapsor, and then they make a relocate onto the high ground, and it catches Zai. And Zai is very close to that BKB, so this is the perfect timing for them to make that aggressive move, because when BKB comes, you know, that Enigma is really going to become the king of those team fights. This is some top tier stuff coming out from Mudgolems. And just the counteracting of that Reaper there. I mean, we see the Infest, we see all those heals really kicking in.
To the point where it feels like it's going to be very, very hard, really, for Nisha to ever get a kill with the Reaper. As you say, just to sort of list them all, the Infest, the Soul Rip, and just the sustain from Milan coming in with the Tether and the mech. Now, how do you actually ever burst someone in the Cypher? It seems very, very hard to do so right now if you're Secret. As, Mudgolems 7K ahead, picking up the bounty runes and just propelling themselves further and further in this lead.
They're doing such a good job of always getting those big initiations with these double blink daggers now.
Yep.
Secret, they only have the one blink, you know, on Zion. He wasn't safe until he had this point where he's at the BKB, but he is frail now. That is the one thing. Sure, he's got BKB, but he's got 6 armor. At 13 when he's standing next to Drow, but 6 armor when you're playing versus all this minus armor from the Deso, the AC.
Radiant are scared.
So I could be in a little bit of problems if he's not careful of his positioning.
And also, there's some big brain stuff here, Fogged. Correct me if I'm wrong. But 33, going for the Basher, I imagine that means that when he gets the Reality Rift, pierces BKB talent, he's able to Rift Zai whilst he's BKB black holing. Obviously, the Rift itself won't cancel the black hole, but pulling him to the side gives him the chance to get a bash whilst Zai is pulled away from the area that he's cast the black hole on.
I mean, I guess that will work when he gets to town, and eventually he'll get the Abyssal. So they are looking to, you know, tick those boxes that they're missing. This is just real master planning coming out from Mudgolems. Catching Secret really off guard and getting so much out of the map. Look, another Basher Skeeter. He's going to be going for one as well. So they're building multiple Abyssal Blades to be able to deal with that Enigma as well. Yeah,
that just definitely makes Zai have to really think about how he places the black hole around himself. And even so, as I say, still the opportunity that if it does work like that, which I think it should do, the Rift could pull him into a position where the heroes are able to attack without stepping into the black hole. And yeah, Zai is also just making sure he has things against that. And against the Abyssal, of course, going for the Lincolns next after the BKB. Yep. Because as we're seeing, he does have to get these black holes off. Where with these fights where there haven't been black holes, they've been struggling. If he is able to lay down a black hole, as we talked about earlier with the Midnight Pulse and the aura from the Necrophos kicking in, they will obviously have this insane amount of damage, but he has to find the opportunities to be able to do that. And Mudgolems have not been giving those opportunities to him.
Secret needs some longer duration team fights where they're able to spam their pulses, spam their heals, get everything off, so those damage over times really tick in. Mudgolems has an explosive start to the fights, though. They can literally just pop a hero right away with this Deso, with this AC, with now the CK being so massive. Yeah, they've done such a good job here. Nisha, he's got the Shivas finished when he picks it up, and he also did get a Craggy coat. So, I mean, that's pretty fortunate nice for the Necrophos. 44 armor casually now.
Yeah.
Probably the best, I mean, actually the best item he could have gotten in this game, it does feel.
I mean, some fairness, there's some balance, so we have some very good neutral items on Mudgolems too. 33, he's got the Quickening Charm to help him with the spam of the Phantasms, and of course Skeeter, he had the Paladin.
It's coming out. It's coming back on Courier.
Oh, I thought he had it actually. I think he might have sent it back and then taken it back out, but it's coming. And also Telescope's always a lot.
Telescope, yeah, they've got all the good stuff.
They've got some good stuff indeed. Or Titan Sliver too. Someone's going to want to take that. Probably Boromir actually. Yeah, he's going to grab that too.
Secret's feeling a bit powerful here with the timing though. With that BKB on the Enigma, with Nisha with all this armor items. Looking at frontline, but look at the positioning for Mudgolems. All playing around this ward. They can play really well around vision. That's always something I try to talk about a lot when I'm seeing the Undying, because a lot of people don't like this hero so much, but that's something that this hero will always provide in almost every game. Is you pop that tombstone on a high ground, you see the whole fight. 1800 day night vision. So they're really looking to play around that so that they can see.
Top tower is under attack.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, just giving that info for Milan even, right, to just take people to straight on top of him. Stop that sort of jump surprise come in, which, as we've seen, Zai has struggled to find just because of how well Mudgolems are playing with that vision.
Oh, Puppy tried to save his little purge creep, but it got killed by the CK Phantasms. Ooh, Fada?
Coin for me.
Roche back up in about a minute.
Got it.
Ooh, this is what Barney is just going to pick up the full Aghanim's on Mars.
Oh,
we don't see this come. Obviously, we were expecting something a little different because this is a mid-Mars, and we're certainly getting it. You know, in the games where we have seen Mars being played on the side lanes, I don't think we've had any Axe pickups here actually at this tournament. But Boromir ready to make some fast moves and big hits with this one. Is already on the high ground. He's going to try and step forward to push boy Zai. He's going to go in the black hole. He gets Fada. Only gets Fada though. 33's already taken down Yap, so Fada's actually going to live as he's be able to pop the soul upon himself. Does still die in the Midnight Pulse. Boromir comes in with the arena. He's trapped in Nisha. They're trying to finish off 33, but the glimmer's out. 33's going to be healed up as well. He's out. He's able to step to the side. Milan keeping him fine. Boromir will be the new focus for Secret though. If they move in onto the Mars, he'll go down. So they get Fada. They get Boromir.
Radiant's
33
bottom
able to be
tower
saved
is
though.
under
Again,
attack.
this combination
Roche.
of Infest from Skeeter and Tether from Milan.
Roche does come back right now, and Secret kills it very fast with Penitence and Solar Crest.
I'll see if they can do anything to stop it. Mudgolems. It's hard for them to get in on this. This should be a 3-1 for Secret. Nisha heading over to make sure nobody can enter into this. In fact, they're going to try for the kill onto 33 as Nisha gets the vision for Yab, sort of roll out straight away onto 33. Pots the Phantasm, but he goes down to the flurry of arrows from Matumba, coming out with a multi-shot. Secret get themselves back in position. Aegis and Cheese is picked up, and they take a huge hit there. That lead that Mudgolems did have now just down to 4k, and Secret in position to start rolling down a lane and definitely get a lot done whilst 33 is dead for 50 seconds.
It feels like the first fight that Secret's actually ever able to dominate, and they dominated pretty big here. Because now this downtime is going to give them time for their cooldowns to come back, and for these items to get picked up that they were lacking a little bit here. This is going to hurt Mudgolems a lot.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
They're smoked up on the side. They're going to go for an Infest play, it looks like. They've got their Tombstone too with Fada.
Okay, look at the
Let's see
arena.
what they go for.
Barney's in. He's going to drop the arena now to the floor. They're going to get the spear onto Yab, so they turn towards Puppey first. Get rid of that sustain. They've taken the Chen out. Now over towards Yab, so the second easy kill. And still alive here. Over to the side. Matthews able to Hurricane Pike away. Yab survives a bit of time for himself in the snowball, but now they're out with the Phantasm. They jump forward with the Rift onto Yab, so Matthew tries to push them back. He's trying to kill Skeeter, but the Sovereign keeps Skeeter alive. Skeeter's able to step away from Nisha. They've taken away the Aegis from Matu. Nisha trying to head forward and give some heals over to Matumba Man. Nisha, he's TPing out of this. He's bailing because he knows that Matu's dead, and Matu certainly is. He goes down. They've lost 4. And Mudgolems, they hold the defense. They keep the tier 3 up alive, and now they're straight down the mid. And a very worthy buyback there from 33, giving Mudgolems the strength to push back Secret and fight them through that Aegis as he gets wiped out, along with Matu's life after.
Such a nice fight by them. The Tombstone just unable to be hit. We see the zombie spreading. The Mars ult is down, catching everybody. Even though Midnight Pulse as well as the Heartstopper Aura are ticking on everybody, you see them starting to get a little bit low. They're able to just push right through it there. And I'm seeing some, a little bit of fun stuff too, is with the Phantasm, with the Undying. The fact that he gets a Flesh Golem, and when he uses his Reality Rift, he has a Flesh Golem hitting the main target too. So that amp damage,
wait, what?
It's going to pop people.
Oh,
you understand what I mean?
Yeah, well, no, dude, that sounds pretty strong.
35 damage amp, and it's always rifting. It rifts the it rifts the Undying Flesh Golem on top of the hitting target that 33's hitting too, so it's that extra damage.
That's nasty.
It's really nice, actually.
Oh my goodness, yeah, no wonder we're seeing some of these heroes just shred when the Golem's up.
Very nice team fight, and I was a little worried if they didn't actually do that exact play, because it would have given Secret time to just get all their ults back up and everything, and they get nothing out of it. A huge buyback from 33 puts a stop to that. So Secret, they're gonna have all their ults up, but yeah, that definitely hurt. Definitely hurt Secret quite a bit.
No, for sure. I mean, that was the push with an Aegis. If Mudgolems are able to come up with that sort of defense when you're trying to push into them with an Aegis, I think Secret's definitely got to be scared.
Don't think Secret expected that at all, because it looked like it totally caught them off guard. They were all trapped in the arena pretty much, except for I think Zai. I think Zai was the only one who looked like he was playing on the outside of it.
He got 4 in it, Barney. Yeah.
So they got to be a little bit more careful of their positioning. And I mean, it was just a really heads up play from Mudgolems. So good stuff. I feel like we haven't had such a contested game in a while. I feel like a lot of the games we had before were just mostly stomps, mostly one-sided. This one, you can definitely feel, even though there's a 7k gold lead for Mudgolems, you can feel that the pressure from Secret the whole time.
As you said yourself as well, the way that Secret was approaching this game, right? You could tell during the draft that there was definite respect from Secret to Mudgolems here. Like, we see Secret try some sort of different stuff along the way. This time around, this Secret draft there's no experimenting here from Puppey, right? This is him saying, we got to bring out the good stuff to beat these guys.
Absolutely. When you see them, I mean, whenever I see them picking like Chen, they leave IO and they pick Chen, I'm always like, Puppey, Secret's in some. They're actually giving some respect to their teammates. So, sometimes when I feel like they don't, but
yeah, not that they're not necessarily giving respect. The other times, just that they've got a little more space to do things that Puppey necessarily wouldn't against teams where he actually does fear a little more their drafting and play.
A very diplomatic answer, Owen.
Well, in reality, Puppey's like, these guys are scrubs. Let's pick Sky. Here you go.
Yeah, after it's like, take me Pudge. Pudge up.
Pudge, yep, let's go.
Please. Yeah. No, mudgolems continuing to impress, as we said earlier, and throughout this entire tournament, they've been on point.
No, definitely. Again, for some of the people that did miss, maybe you weren't watching the other weeks and you just joined in here for the final playoff week. We've seen across the board just sort of Fada's drafting and some real standout performances. I mean, Boromir impressing here again. As we said, we have seen him do some incredible stuff, but on maybe a bit more of a limited hero pool. A lot of it was on the Storm. The fact that he's coming in and able to bring out something like the Mars mid and have as much of an impact as he's having right now against Secret definitely goes to show that Boromir, he's a mid player to watch out for, I think.
It's always impressive to me when I can see, like Fada, he's doing such a good job of leading the team and telling them what to do and just playmaking and shot calling and all that. Especially when I see a quad melee draft. Quad melee. We talked about it. We talked about it.
Well, this is a draft that can just
Enigma.
It can just go.
Yeah, it could just fall over because he's playing your quad melee 5 strength heroes into Heartstopper, Midnight Pulse, natural counters versus melee, and they're doing an excellent job of it. As here we go. The smoke is kicking off. Abyssal Blade is finished on CK. And on Lifestealer, so 2 different forms to stop the BKB Black Hole. And they have the level 20 on CK, so you'll be able to see your fun interaction.
I've got a big brain question for you. When he's infested, if he uses Phantasm now, does he get the extra HP on the illusions that the Infest is giving him?
Wait, I don't understand your question.
Phantasm makes illusions of himself.
It will.
It would.
It makes illusions of everyone, yeah.
Ah, yes, that's fair enough. Fair enough.
This will have a little bit more health, for sure. I guess it's a pretty decent amount of health.
Radiant are scanning.
Does it though? No, I'm wondering if it does. I've never seen the interaction, so I'm going to go ahead and say that I have.
Also, I'll give you some more interaction questions. If Infest, if he jumps in the IO, does the tethered target also get the heal from the Infest HP going up on the IO?
So I actually was looking for that one. You get the 1200 is what it looked like. I did not see a bonus, but I could have seen it wrong. I was trying to look out for it when he did the Infest play, when they did the Reaper Scythe mid. I'm trying to watch out for that one because I haven't seen it too many times.
Definitely. I mean, there's definitely, you can tell though that if any of these things are operating, they're definitely things that Fada's thought about. There's a lot of cool interactions here between the lineup of mudgolems.
Let's see. There still is the cheese is still on Matumba Men. He's still hanging on to that one. They're not even giving it to Nisha, which I feel like says a story of how Nisha knows that he's not dying in the fights. Not first, at least. He's going to just hold his ground.
Oh, Matsu! Oh, he's dead. He's extremely dead. Or maybe not. Sai is coming in with a save, and he's going to be able to save him. Sai comes in with a black hole. Matsu's going to live. They'll turn over to 133. The big God's Rebuke does come out. Fada stepping in the midst of the fight. Brought down Sai. Another God's Rebuke comes out far near the base, taking down the 3 of them. Nisha and Puppey, they're the only 2 left alive. They're stepping over. Nisha's going to be able to put the Ghost Shroud. Puppey go for the TP with the spear. Boromir says, no, Puppey, even you ain't getting away. Does mean that Nisha can then get away because there's not a spear to cancel his TP. But still, another fight, 4 for 1. It looked like Secret were going to have it there. That last minute save of Matumba Man with Zai coming in with the black hole. It was clutch. He weren't clutch enough. Because as we saw, though, the rest of the fight, I mean, Boromir with his axe, this God's Rebuke on a 3.5 second cooldown, that is such a massive AoE physical nuke that's coming out multiple times in these fights, and it is tearing through Secret with the amount of minus armor that they've got between the Desto and the AC. And off the back of that, they're taking the bottom racks.
And I am just so impressed at the way that they're sustaining it. That was a fight inside of Midnight Pulse, inside of a full duration Heartstopper or and everything, and they're just able to sustain through all of it. Even as Shiva's, there's so many different forms of damage and even just heal, like canceling on the side of Secret. And either way, mudgolems with the positioning. Tombstone on high ground, another 4 or 5 man arena of blood by Boromir, and just top tier from them again. Another fight where it looks like Secret's about to turn into cheese and black hole, but wow.
I mean, Boromir's got a full BKB ready for the next fight.
And look, 3 heroes get moved in, and you're absolutely right. The God's Rebuke is just slamming them inside of the fights. Those 3 heroes that were inside of the ult, just yeah. There's some wild stuff. Roshan, some good stuff.
Timer. We'll find out in a few seconds. Let's see if it's going to be long or short. Let's It's going to be a little long. A little
bit, yeah, quite long.
Couple of minutes, yeah, actually incredibly long, yeah. As long as
quite a long one.
Yeah. So a couple of minutes away.
Invisibility.
Secret will be waiting a long time. And they're coming.
Out. Yeah, the damage that's really coming out from Mudgolems, it really feels like Secret's...
I mean, they're that far
I didn't think I would be
now.
the ones, but Secret really feels like they're the ones that just really are lacking damage, even though they have this Midnight Pulse versus all these strength heroes. It still feels like it, as they're always getting onto just right onto Matumba Man. And with Borninga being so big now, he's always going to get his ult down. And even if the Drow is on the outside or on the inside, it seems like it's going to be tough for Secret. This does not feel easy for Matumba.
Absolutely. You should look at Matumba Man's build. I mean, they're panicking about dealing with all these illusions. He's queuing up an axe. You never see Drows by axe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is not an item that you're picking Drow to build. Drow's just... You know, if you feel that you're going to need an axe on a Drow, there's probably another hero that would do the job better. So you're just going to show that for this point of the game, it's absolutely gotten to a realm where Secret, they did not plan for this game to go.
No. They wanted this to be an ending game by, I would say, like 30-ish minutes. It's it's an Enigma, Necro. It's all about these pushing heroes with Chen as well, too. And Mudgolems have been the one bringing it to the table every single time, bringing the action. And also, did we point that out, by the way? Illusionist Cape CK.
Oh, I saw it, but I didn't think, and you're right.
Yep.
You're absolutely right. That's... oh, my goodness. So
that's quite good.
So not only... boosted illusions that are already doing insane damage and critting because it's a CK, but now that on top of the fact that you've also got this Mud Golem coming in with the damage amp. I mean, whoever is caught in any sort of stun or the illusions are on top of will die. I don't think it really matters how much armor or health you've got. You're going to die very, very quickly.
Did you look at Yapsor's item build, by the way? I think he's really starting to respect the God's Rebuke as well. Quick buy.
Oh. Putting the 8 into plate mail there. That's not how it's spelled, kids. But that was a joke. But yeah, the 8 plate mail build.
And we've got Matumba with Ags now, too. So Ags, Mjolnir, yeah, they're trying to deal with these illusions. See also Nisha queuing up Radiance after a heart. Trying to get themselves any type of farm. I think they're really starting to feel that this isn't enough.
Honestly, when you see like the 8 plate mails, the Ags coming out in a drought, it's like as if the machine is breaking. You know, Mud Golems, they're breaking Secrets. Secrets like, well, what do? We cannot compute. We are 17k down, and they're struggling. They don't know what to do here, Fogged.
Yeah, I think they're starting to... I think it really is that. They were probably like, oh, we have the ace in the hole, we have the BKB Enigma, but wow, we're actually really far behind in the game, and oh my, they have triple Abyssal Blades being built. I mean, look at slash have arm already.
Yeah, look at his money. Borony is ready to pretty much buy it, or at least if he's getting very close to.
Oh, and look what he's got, too. He's got a Timeless Relic as well, too. That can be pretty nice with the Rebuke.
Yeah.
Buffs it up.
It's a spell.
It's a spell. It buffs it up.
Okay, Secret. I'm going to go for the Roche Pit. This has been spotted out, though, by Milan's Courier. It's gone very quick, though. He's in. Ooh, he's going to try to snipe it. He's able to get the kill. The Aegis natural with their Zai. Locks down the two of them with the Black Hole. They're taking heavy damage, but the Abyssal comes in from the side. As 33's able to put the Black Hole to a stop. They take the Aegis out of Matumba Man instantly. They turn over one side. Zai's dead. They're all falling low as Secret. The ultimate comes out from the Phantasm Borony. It does still go down.
Oh my God.
But they've got the damage. Matu, he's surrounded by Skeeter and 33. He goes down. 33 still alive, but he'll fall.
Stopping them.
Nisha is killing a lot of them. He's going to go for the TP out. The Skeeter's got the bash. Nisha got a Ghost Shroud by a little bit of time. Milan actually going over the side here towards Puppey as Skeeter and Fodder are able to finish off Nisha. Puppey is going to get taken down by Fodder. There's 5 dead. Secret's all out of it. They threw everything there into that Roshan attempt, and they couldn't come out on top.
Oh, and who cares about Heartstopper if you're a Lifestealer hitting the hero the whole time with your Feast? He counteracts it entirely. And I don't even know. I didn't get to see the fight recap, but how many God's Rebukes were casted in that one? See, it will just slam all of them. And 33 with the awareness. He sees the Lincolns on the Enigma. Reality Rift to break the Lincolns, and then Abyssals immediately afterwards to cancel the Black Hole. Mudgolems just, again, on point.
Secret's breaking.
double tombstone as well, right on the outside of the pit with a God's Rebuke hitting 5 heroes, so everyone has Deso and ACR on them. Like, I mean, such nice fight.
When was the last time a team has been 30k up against Secret? I don't think it's... When? That must be years, months ago. At least. 31 of 44 minutes in. And that's a second melee rack's taken away from Team Secret.
And they're bringing the action versus what looked like such a strong 5-man lineup from Team Secret just from the beginning of the game. Mudgolems have just bringing the action and just have been tick by tick identifying what they need to pick up as their items to deal with this Secret problem. It's been perfect across the board.
It's just the big. I think it's the big brain factor.
Yeah.
The fact that Mudgolems have come in with something that we have. The panel. They didn't really see what was good about this. We were we're not going to lie. We thought it wasn't great. We were looking at this going, what's going on here? And maybe to an extent Secret, where at the beginning of this one we're like, wow, what is he doing? And then Fada's like, you don't understand, and then boom, suddenly Mudgolems are at 31k against Secret. And I mean, I'm struggling to see a way that Secret can turn this game around. I don't think it's possible.
No, it's really feeling impossible now. Look at even Fada. This is the richest he's ever been. He not only has the Aghanim's blessing given to him, but he also has a Shiva's. So the healing that we've seen Secret play around a lot of the times, now that Shiva's Aura is going to hurt it a lot, and these decays are going to hurt.
Where did that blessing go? Did he? Was that?
He grabbed it from the Roche.
It was. I was going to say. So when they were able to get the Roche kill, obviously the Aegis got picked up by Matumba. They did get the blessing. I don't know who got the cheese. Is there still a cheese in play? There is a cheese on 33. Sorry, Milan. Milan. 33 picked it up, so I imagine that was from the same Roche. So getting both of those. Oh, top 33 fan Zai. Or has he Zai actually able to blink off and down? Whoa! Is he actually going to get away with this? He actually is Zai. First of all, 33 blinks past him. Oh no, sorry, Zai blinks past 33, and then 33 blinks past him. So some nices dropped in the chat as Zai will escape.
I mean, look how insane this is with the Illusionist cape. Look at these illusions up top from the CK. It's just 5 of them.
I mean, Illusionist cape, as you said, was an incredible pickup. I mean, well, CK illusions, they do 100% damage. You add 10% onto that. That is, I'm kidding. It's of course I know it is. 120%. Anyway, looking at it, I shouldn't joke because some people think I'm stupid, and I am. No, yeah.
All right, 30k gold lead. It's continuing to just take these fights to perfection. Secret now seem to be the ones with damage control, as we've seen Zai. He's queued up an Ags. Any type of more damage, because it feels like they're really lacking damage in their fights.
Yeah.
And Yapstar's got one of the 8 plate mails that he queued up.
All right, so 12.5% of the way there. He's getting there.
But even more things they have to deal with, as now God's Rebuke, well, he hit that before, the level 25 talent also for Borny here. So even more damage from the Rebuke, and he's going to have Abyssal finished up on top very soon too. So just getting bigger and bigger. Man, everyone's really hitting 25. Fada's level 25 on the Undying. He's got Reincarnate.
Oh my goodness. I mean, they've barely been able to kill him once. He's got incredible KDA. 10-4. 17 on the Undying.
Yeah, Fada's. I mean, people, Undying haters. Where are you at right now? Because watch Fada this game even from movements, because he ganked the mid lane. In case people forgot, as an Undying, he's had a very flawless performance this game. And he's scary now. I mean, he's gonna get off. He will get off decays in the fights now. 10 strength decays, and he will probably die twice to drop double tombstone too.
Top. That's just Milan dealing with the Eidolon push.
Also, who has a heart, by the way, in case we didn't get to talk about how farmed Milan IO is.
Fada, he's getting gone on, but as you said, with a 25, he's going to have a second life there, and he's had the opportunity to get the tombstone down. He's going to turn with the spear onto Matumba. He's getting focused by Barney. The Haddock comes out, but it's so much damage. Another God's Rebuke. Matthew's dead for 90. He's going to buy back straight away. Skeeter's looking over towards Yapsa. Yapsa getting bashed, taken out. Another buyback from Secret coming out. They're desperately trying to hold their high ground. They turn towards Skeeter, but they haven't got nearly enough damage. He's able to turn with the BKB, move on to Nisha. Barney blinks in a position to spear Nisha back away from the rest of his team. They try and surround him. A snowball from Yapsa buys some safety. Zai, he's been found by 33, moves in onto the Enigma. Buyback from Zai, but they've lost Nisha for a second time. He's dead for 2 minutes. Zai needs some sort of insane black hole to hold this one, as he's going to look for the jump. He's able to get the 4 of them. Are they able to have the damage? They do. They take down the CK. They look to Fada. Fada's going to fall. Now over towards Milan. Milan, he's got the Ghost Scepter. surface. The punch to free Yapsor's there. They find a fourth. Zai, he's got to deal with Skeeter. Skeeter will finish him off, but Zai has kept the game going. Only just, but he's kept the game going by finding that black hole there with the buyback.
I think this is the first fight I'm seeing that Matu's actually able to attack. Every fight he's just been fully on the defensive. This time, finally Zai gets the coverage for him. But my God, look, this timeless relic as well is just insane on Mars. The more I'm seeing it, it's just Matu is pinned to the wall for what seems to be like 4.5 seconds, which I think it is 4.5 seconds actually, and then he's just getting God's Rebuke 2 or 3 times and just dies. This is insane. But Secret, they hold, and they do get another big item for Zai that could potentially keep them holding that Aghanims now too.
Right, I mean Zai's,
holy moly,
it's all on Zai. That's the only way they hold themselves in this one with black holes like this one, as we see it with that buyback, finding the four of them.
Perfect.
I mean, I think you see that as well. I believe the shards from Yaps also kind of just pushed Skeeter back into it. I think with that,
he looked like he was trying to walk around, and he walked into the actual AoE.
He walked into it, because of those shards. That's
under attack.
I mean, they're holding, but they're still 30k down, and it of course cost them 2 diebacks there, Secret, to pull that play off. So they've really only got one more opportunity to get the same sort of play or better. Anything less, and the game will still come to an end for them.
Yeah, it's really all on Zai. Yeah. All the pressure in the world on him. Yapsor has gotten his third plate mail though.
Is under attack.
Oh my goodness, he has.
He actually
it actually is just buying plate mails. That's amazing. You would.
It's the rebuke. I mean, you mentioned it, like, how much it's really doing. Like,
and the Secret's breaking. You know, you never ever see this sort of build from a member of Secret, but Yapsor pioneering the triple plate mail.
And we see now Matumba Man, he's trying to buy something to deal with this. I feel like he's just trying to buy something to deal with the Mars. Buys a Satanic. So some status resist to deal with the insane duration that he's pinned to a wall and just some survivability. It feels like he does need it pretty badly.
Yeah, he's just, as you say, with that debuff duration, the spear to the arena, he doesn't get a chance. Doesn't get a chance right now in the fights if Boronia's able to get the jump on him.
Yeah, he gets two to three rebukes off during the spear, plus he's attached to a wall, which is doing increased damage because of this Timeless Relic as well. So all of these things just are ramped up so much from Timeless Relic. Any other big pickups? There's a lot of gold being held on a lot of heroes here. Buybacks, of course, being the most important thing in this game at the moment.
I see on Roshan, 1 minute and 20 seconds until it's back in play.
Beast bomb.
So, mudgolems, they can certainly go the safe route and wait it out.
Okay, Nisha's actually queued up his own Aghanims, it looks like here this game too.
All right. I mean, we never see it. Never see that being picked up.
No, it's just the Ghost Shroud. Yeah. It's just the Ghost Shroud, I believe. I don't even actually know what the hell the Ags on Necrophos even does. I think it's just the Ghost Shroud.
No, it is. It turns the Ghost Shroud cooldown to 10 seconds rather than 16.
Because that got changed, and I don't think anybody purchased it after I saw that.
Okay, and
Heartstopper
you get
does
extra
double damage
on
during Ghost Shroud.
Okay, so that's what he's doing.
That makes a lot of sense. Why?
The damage with the Heartstopper. So how much?
It's all about the percent hit. It's 2 times.
2 times.
And he has a 2.9%, so it's going to be dealing 6% HP per second almost.
5.8%, and then
plus the midnight pulse plus 7. A double midnight pulse from Black Hole.
So that's 19.8%. So they're losing 20%
per second when Ghost Shroud is active.
20% of their max HP. So in 5 seconds they will die. You are dead in 5 seconds.
So you're dead in a black hole.
Regardless of your build, regardless of your items, you are dead.
Well, they heal too. They have a lot of healing.
Obviously, if you get the BKB off, then you probably live, because the Heartstopper aura, obviously that doesn't pierce the BKB. Still, though, the Midnight Pulse damage alone is going to be a lot for you to deal with.
Yes.
But
they're going to get themselves an Aegis. An Aegis, a Cheese, a Refresher Shard, and an Ags. And we'll see who gets everything here.
Who's taking the Ags here?
Could see Skeeter. It's pretty good. The infest when if he like gives it for a Borneo.
Yeah, you're right. Surely. No.
Let's see though. Nah, they're just gonna give it to Milan. Okay. And Lifestealer on Skeeter, so. And Refresher Shard on the Mars. Okay, so double Arena Blood. One of them has already been pretty devastating.
One more jump here could just end the game.
They're so 33's trying to mooch his level 25 in mid lane. Look, he's standing near the creep wave. He's very close to taking it off here.
Still got they've got a 2-minute window where there's no buyback on Zai. So I mean, I think at this point, ideally, you're just trying to make the jump on the Enigma, right? And
yeah,
Zai knows that. I mean, he's sitting in the fountain, and he's just picked up a Shadow Blade. This Shadow Blade could catch them by surprise. They might not expect the Shadow Blade.
Oh, they're giving Fada the Refresher Shard, so it's all about vision this next fight. So he's going to drop a Tombstone just for vision as well.
They don't know. They don't know about the Shadow Blade. So
they don't.
This invis
could catch him off guard.
This could be huge from Zai.
They do have Aegis though to play around, so and they can play with some relocates and all that too from Milan. They're gonna back up. They got their level 25 on the CK. He pops his Ags. Oh, he pops his ult, sorry, and they're gonna push in the lanes as everything is being forced in. And look at that army in the mid lane. Oh my. It's just gonna walk into the back line. Skeeter?
Skeeter. Oh, hang on. They're able to get the tether off. He's going to be saved. Fada's going to start running in. Barnier committing with a BKB. He's able to spin him to the wall. And Matsu, he's pinned. He's been caught now. But Abyssal comes in. Matsu, he needs help, but he's not getting it.
He's dead.
He's dead, and he's gone. No buyback on Matsu.
And Nisha's gone too.
Matsu's got buyback in 40 seconds. So 40 seconds and he'll be back in the game. They're able to take down Fada once. Zai still holding back with the black hole.
Dire's top tower.
They're probably going to have to wait for the Drow to come up before they do try and give one final fight. And that is going to mean that the time and space is there for Mudgolems to take this set of racks on the top lane. So this will be the Megas. Mudgolems 43,000 gold up now as they're looking to close it. Over to the tier 4s they go. Howland to the buyback on Matsu, 15 seconds. Look how quickly these towers fall. They're not going to have a chance here unless Zai makes a move now.
Look at the illusion army.
Tier 4's are going down onto the side. Zai, he's swinging around. He's trying to find opportunities. He's holding it. He's in. He's managed to grab the two of them. He's grabbed Skeeter, but the Abyssal straight away. 33 moves forward to cancel the black hole. Zai goes down. Rita's out. Nisha tries to know the reaction's already falling. As this game is over, Mudgolems. My goodness. I mean, we have. I mean, it was many months ago. We've seen Secret lose a series. Obviously, a few days ago, we did see them lose a game. And this is just one game, but this is quite a game. This was an incredible game from Mudgolems, and a game that it's going to shake Secret up. As I said, they made